So before we get started with this video, I would just like to say that none of this would even be possible without the amazing people on the Commodore PET and CBM group. They helped me basically through all of this with all of my questions. Without any further ado, let's get to the video. I recently picked up, or earlier today actually, picked up a Commodore PET and printer and tape drive for only $45. So let's clean it up and see if it works. Now I've moved everything to my room. Time to commence the cleaning. So look at this. Here's something neat I noticed. So I knew that you could open PETs like this, but one thing I didn't know is that they had kickstands that just go like that. So that's pretty neat. But I'll grab a dirty old cleaning shirt and we'll commence with cleaning. Now, I've acquired everything I need to start the cleaning. A dirty old shirt, some Lysol spray, and rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle. Ooh, I see some burn-in from this angle. I'll bring the camera down and see if you guys can see it. Okay. Camera doesn't really want to pick it up. So while editing, I remembered that there was burn-in, and now I've got it in the right light that you can actually kind of see it. So my new theory is that this PET, it was in like possibly some kind of shop, maybe where they fix cars, because there's time in, you can see bay 1 through 7, that this might have been in a shop, so that explains why it was so disgusting. Right now, I'm using baking soda to remove some junk that's just stuck on there really good. Okay, so I opened up the computer. Well, there are these flatter needle nose type pliers, and I went with the occasion, grabbed one of my really old screwdrivers, probably the same age as the computer or older, but because it's got a relatively flat point, so it shouldn't strip anything out. There we go, first one out. Second one out. Oh, there we go. That was sure eager to get out of there. The board's out, and now let's continue cleaning the inside. My dog's coming to investigate. Came out here just to watch what I'm doing, I guess. And I just decided to lay down and continue watching me. It's almost as rusty as a car. Look at that. But in all seriousness, you can see. Can you get up there? You see this big thing at the bottom of the CRT, and there's some serious rust. Some components on the analog board. I found there are these screws in the back that should be able to detach the monitor with. So they look very rusty, but we'll try to remove them. Oh. There we go. That was not nice. Look at that, look at the rust on that. Let's move to the other one. Second one's not as bad. This is the first one. It's really rusty. But I'll set these aside. My little container that I'm keeping stuff. Now, so to take off the monitor, sure, you just give it a little pull. Oh my god. I am happy I did not plug this in. Look at the state of that board. Yikes. I don't know if this thing will even work again. Let's get a closer look at this. Wow. Okay, upon second inspection, doesn't look as bad. Like, these capacitors don't appear to have leaked. It's just some incredible rust. Oh, that's really moldy. Yuck. And spider webs. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like it's filled with ash almost. Yeah, I'm thinking it was probably sat in a garage for 35 years, so don't even want to touch those wires. I feel like they'll just break. Okay, there, now it decided to actually focus. You can see there, that blue capacitor, oh, doesn't look too bad. Didn't realize I was putting my finger through a bunch of spider webs. They don't really show up in the camera. But yeah. I don't even know where to start. I guess we'll just have to take out the board if that's even possible. Use some probably vice grips to get that out. Found this rusted old spring just sitting in the back of the case. I'm on it, so I'll put it in there and hopefully send some vinegar. Okay, so I got two of these screws out. I got that one out, that one out. And now it's out some WD-40. I cleaned around this one, tried a little bit, but no luck. That one I didn't even attempt because look at it. So it's almost empty. So I'll let it sit for a while. Now we'll get into this back one. Screw it on. Okay, so I cut the head flat. My Dremel doesn't really look like it is, but it's for a flat head. I still couldn't get it off. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just fully cut it off. So that's what the analog board looked like when I removed it, and there's the CRT. So you can see that it actually, well, the end of it got broken when I removed the connector from the analog board, so it lost its vacuum, but it actually had a crack in it, so I knew that it would just end up losing its vacuum. So we'll have to do something about a new monitor for the PET. Okay, so I got the sink filled up with some just Palmolive dish soap. And I just removed this transistor that fell off so it wouldn't get lost as easily. I'm sure it's dead anyways, but we're going to put the board in the sink and clean it off. So now I'm just going to cut to a time lapse. Ew. That's disgusting. But time to do the second wash. Might as well rinse this down while it's here. So here's the analog board after its intense cleaning. I won't be doing anything else on it for the rest of this video. That will come in a part 2, as there's still a lot more work to do with it, but I think it is actually going to be salvageable. I put some of these really rusted components into the vinegar, and we'll see if that helps very much. Yeah, the standoff seems fine. We'll come back after they've soaked for a while. So now, I thought I would try to clean the entire motherboard. That was honestly hard to say. I was going to say logic board with some rubbing alcohol, but you'll see that I didn't have much luck with it. So these pictures aren't very good, but you can see the board came out looking really dirty. So after that, I went on to a Commodore PET group and started asking around for help about how to actually clean a board. Here's a quick snippet of what I wrote. I didn't take a screenshot of all of it, but you can read part of it. It was just too long to include all of it in this video, but you get the idea. So you can see I started getting quite a few responses to this. And you can see this one is about putting in the oven, but I didn't really want to do that too much. And then there was a different guy saying to wash it with soapy water, which is what I was thinking of. And then, what I was surprised about, the 8-bit guy actually responded to me. And I was trying to think of stuff like what he did from his videos, because I've been watching him for a few years. So then I thought that was pretty cool that he actually responded. And if for some reason you've never watched the 8-bit guy and you're watching me, I don't know why that would be, but go check out his channel. He's honestly one of the people that got me started doing this because I just thought it was so cool. But yeah, there will be a link in the description and a card thing should show up, so check out his channel. Now, back to the cleaning of the board. Okay, so my socketed ICs, I want to get out like the processor. This one, I don't know what it is, maybe a RAM chip. And then there's another one. People were telling me to take them out before I do a whole cleaning of the board, because as you can see, that rubbing alcohol treatment I did to the whole thing just kind of mucked the dirt around more. So I got this WD-40 Specialist. So we'll try spraying this on the legs and we'll see how it comes out. So I'll let this sit for a little while and then I'll come back and we'll see how it's come. Do it a little bit more carefully. So yeah, come back and see in a few minutes. Processor still doesn't want to come out very well. I'm using this iFixit spudger to take them out. You can see now I've gotten the chip starting to come up. Can't really get it out from that side, so I'm working my way across. Now it's out. So Took more effort than the other chips, but at least I got it out. Because this video is starting to get pretty long, I think I'll just do the chip cleaning in the next part. I'll talk about that more at the end of the video. Okay, so I filled up the sink again, and we're gonna clean the actual logic board. So, put it in, and we'll start carefully scrubbing. So after I was done washing the board in soapy water, I was told to use some distilled water to remove all of the soap residue. But I didn't have any distilled water on hand, so I just boiled up some water for like 5 minutes, hopefully remove any mineral stuff, which I know it's not even close to distilled water. It's not the way you do it, but it's better than nothing. The board is now clean. Okay, we're in the garage now. So I'll be drying off the board with an air compressor and this fitting on the end. So I'll just spray it off from a distance. So I'll turn the camera back on once the air compressor has got enough pressure. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me because the air compressor is so loud and this is leaking, so it probably won't really get the pressure very well. So we'll start spraying this off and I'll do a time lapse. And I think I'll set up a fan. So now, it's a lot drier. I hit the camera, I have a tripod in there. So, I think I'll set up a fan and leave it sit, possibly overnight, I'm not sure. But we'll come back and see it when it's done. Okay, so this fan is just absolutely disgusting, but it's what's in the garage, so I'll put it on the highest setting, angle down a little bit. You can really feel that coming in, so just let it dry off the board for a while. Okay, so I don't know how good of an idea this is, but I think what I was trying to say is that I don't think it's such a good idea to leave it leaning on those drawers that open, but it turned out being fine. Okay, so here are some stills of how it came out looking afterwards, and I was pretty happy with it, apart from some little bits of dirt. So, as I said earlier in the video, it's just been getting too long, so I think I'm going to split it into 2 parts. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for part 2.